Citalfort.
All right, Johnny LaCorey here with David Toast, Citalfort CrossFit Gym. Today we'll be doing squat prep 101. So Dave's going to set up the elastic here. You need a squat rack. Why is this called squat prep 101? Well, pretty simple. We're going to prepare you for any lower body exercise, ideally any squats, cleans, squat snatches, or heavy lunges that you may be doing. We're going to be looking to try and improve that range of motion from your hip. So we're going to try to distract the capsule a little bit and let that femur glide a little bit more freely in there. So why do we do this aside from preparing for our squat? Well, we want to alleviate any back pain that you may incur. Dave has set up the elastic here at the far end of the squat rack. Once he gets his leg inside the elastic, he sets his foot up on this side of the squat rack, keeps the foot flat. We're going to do 4 positions, each being a minute long. So he's going to hold this for a minute, and we can see here the band is pulling his thigh out of the hip a little bit. Again, if you have a desk job and you're seated for most of the day, this is great for you because we tend to be doing the opposite. We normally have a compression force driving the thigh up into the hip, and we're going to try to alleviate that a little bit. After he does this for about a minute, we're going to go into external rotation. So again, with the foot flat, he's just going to push his knee out a little bit, feel a stretch a little bit in a different region, in a bit of a different region of the hip. Holds that again for a minute. He can go in, push up for a bit, alleviate the tension, drive out a bit again. Make sure that he maintains a proper breathing pattern. We don't want him holding his breath at all. Once he's done his external rotation, we're going to drive into internal rotation. So normally we have a lot of junk up here in the hip, which will prevent us from doing proper squats. And this is great. So the band is always pulling his thigh, or his femur, which is the thigh bone, away from the hip. And then our personal favorite at the end, we save the best for last. He's going to get the other foot up on here. So this is going to be his point of support. And we're going to do a glute stretch, which is, again, the glutes are your butt. So gets into this kind of figure 4 position. At the same time, as he's in this position, he's trying to keep his butt down to the ground. Abs are tight. We don't want any rolling of the lower back. And he's just going to drive this knee forward, so kind of towards where I am over here. And again, the band is pulling him away. So that's a pretty deep stretch. When you're starting, we have here, Dave took the green band. If you're doing this for the first time, we suggest a blue band, so a little bit less tension. There's also a black band, which is a lot of tension. It's a little bit dangerous as you start to pull it. You need a lot of force to get that onto your knee. Once Dave's done, he's going to get his foot out of that elastic carefully and make sure not to obviously slam into the squat rack. So if you're doing this for the first time, take a lighter band. And that's our squat prep 101. Takes about 4 minutes for one leg, another 4 for the other leg. All right, so that was our squat prep 101. As you can see, Dave's hip is extremely mobile right now. We got a lot more coming to you. Stay tuned.
Citalfort.